Greetings, this is August 12th at 12 noon. We are looking at an update for the last 6 hours on this satellite infrared upload from 10:38 a.m. PST. So no new hotspots indicated. That's very good news. That means there's been a big flash, and we're looking at assessing the affected areas now in the last 12 hours. You can see in the northeast, in the north towards Green Lake, northeast around Young Lake, in the eastern flank as well, a lot more intensity. Some also flash points within the perimeter. I am still seeing a lot of activity in the southwest and not so much in the Boston Flats area, which we were concerned about yesterday. So let's go to the whole 24 hours prior to this update at 10:38 a.m. PST, and we can see where the battle is raging on these fronts. There is extensive new activity towards Young Lake, up to the top of the Bonaparte there. It's gone up onto the Green Timber Plateau and is approximately 8 to 9 kilometers from Green Lake. There is, it's reaching towards the Deadman River Canyon, and north of Vedette, I am going to suggest we're seeing infrared that's crossed to the eastern side of the Deadman River. We'll zoom in. After we just check these numbers, 154,285 hectares involved and 29,222 hotspots in this tally, and I'm going to keep comparing these to the last one at the end of the day. It's a dynamic, fluid situation. Here we're looking at the last 6 hours in this satellite update for the area around Young Lake, north of Upper Loon Lake, in the eastern Loon Lake area. We're looking at the Bonaparte on the north end of the screen. Here is the update for 12 hours prior. You can see extensive patterning. It looks like a strategy to block the eastern motion of this firehead. Also in the north, I'm seeing a lot of kind of sporadic, isolated infrared that I cannot confirm are controlled signatures or random natural fire. We are only looking at dots on a screen. So let's go a little bit further south. This is the eastern flank, and I want to draw your attention to Haihim, that it's flared up on the southern shores, and there's a swath of infrared that goes all the way south and then southeast to the hoodoos on the western ridges of the Deadman River Canyon. But look at the flare-up around Haihim and south. There's intense activity there right now. I cannot see whether these appear patterned or random. They look like a lot of patterned overlay. We are now looking at the southern flank over a terrain map, and I'm not seeing a significant increase in activity. I want you to notice 3, it looks like controlled infrared southeast of McLean B of fire guard procedure. Now we're looking at the southwest flank. This is Highway 99, Highway 97. I'm seeing western expansion in what appears to be controlled infrared, and the areas of intensity that we looked at yesterday seem to be maintained. I am seeing infrared south of Highway 99, but again, this may be 500 meters to a kilometer off its intended heat source. So we have to watch that. I see no infrared on the eastern side of Highway 97 in this update. However, there are flash points that are occurring further eastward in the Arrowstone and north towards Loon Lake and some north towards Chasm. These are within the existing fire perimeter, and I'm not seeing any expansion towards Clinton or northwestwards towards Chasm. Here we're looking at Clinton in the lower left portion of your screen, and this flare up towards Green Lake in the top right part of your screen. And what we'll be watching for are these flashes north of Loon Lake and south of the chasm on top of this great rolling hill. We're zooming back to the northern part of Loon Lake and Upper Loon Lake, and I want you to see the intensity south of Hyheim, and all overlaid with a patterned controlled infrared. Now we're going to go to the terrain map just to give you an indication of the lay of the land, and so that you may identify areas that are specific to your area of concern. These are not zoomed in, these are only dots representing points of heat. So there's no confirmation that I can give you on areas that are physically burned. For that, you will have to go to the links below, visit the TNRD sites and the BC wildfire sites to get specific conditions and evacuation orders and alerts in your area. If we jump over to Windy, we can see the wind is coming from the south generally at approximately 9 kilometers an hour. That will vary. That's where there's more green in the map. That's where the wind speed's picking up. Where it's more blue and you can see the terrain, that's where the wind speed is slower. I just wanted to let you know that if you're trying to get on some of these IFR sites, infrared data, there's so many dots on the screen right now that it may slow down or lag the system. You have to be patient with them. So know your position, know your escape routes, have your resources prepared, check the alerts and the bulletins in the links below. Be safe, everyone. It's an active wildfire. Keep your nose to the breeze.